Okay, so in this last part, I'm going to demonstrate how to capture packets using tcpdump and wireshark. In both cases, we're generating a PCAP file, and then we're using tshark to filter out unwanted packets and parse the output or pipe the output to ParseMessages. Let's start with tcpdump. We're using the loopback device, and we can use the same display filter or capture filter, I should say, as before. Port range -I. Now we need to write this to a file. Let's call it dump. And now we're starting the two instances. Generate some traffic and kill the two instances again. Now, killing the tcpdump process, we can see a file dump that can be used by tshark, given the -R option, to display its contents. So we can see we have the contents here, and now we can use the fields, the data fields, and pipe this to ParseMessages to get the contents as JGroups messages. Fields, it's fields. So now you see the JGroups messages. Let's do the same with wireshark. This is the GUI equivalent to tshark. So we're capturing data on loopback and EN0. This means we're capturing everything, including TCP packets, DNS packets, ICP packets, and so on and so forth. So let's run the two instances, generate a bit of traffic, kill the instances again, and this one too, and then stop the capture. Now you can see we captured IGP version 3, DNS, ICMP, UDP, TCP, TLS, whatever. So we captured quite ARP data, quite a lot of different packets. What we now need to do is we need to export these packets, export the specified packets. We're going to export all of them to a file called dump pcap. And we can see this file is down here, dump PCAPNG, and it has 35K of data. tshark -R will display the contents of this file. And now we need to apply a filter to look at only the UDP data that is actual JGroups traffic, and pipe that to ParseMessages. So the filter would be, this needs to be UDP. Let's see if we've got other traffic. We have DNS traffic down here, ICP traffic. This needs to be removed. And by the way, the syntax for this display filter is different from the capture filter. So consult the wireshark manual for display filters. So UDP and not. What don't we want? We don't want DNS or ICMP. Let me see whether this works. It looks as if we have only UDP data left. Now, in this specific case, we don't need to indicate the port range or the destination port, because I can see from here that this is only JGroups traffic. So we can now run specify the fields are data, and then pipe this to ParseMessages. There's one problem. ParseMessages. Don't we only have JGroups traffic? Let me see. Let's actually pass this option to T# before. And now it works. I probably had to move this in front of the filter expression for it not to be interpreted as a filter expression. Now we have the JGroups messages here. Okay, this concludes our 3-part demo of how to capture network packets using wireshark, tshark, and tcpdump. For questions, feedback, suggestions for improvements, please use the mailing list. Thank you.